Welcome to Rural Health Answers, a segment of our podcast, Rural Health Today, for you, our listeners, to ask questions only rural health experts can answer. Scott, it's a pleasure, always is a pleasure to have you on the podcast. And we let our audience know that you're going to be on this program. And as a result, they had a chance to ask questions, and we've just pulled one question. And the question that we pulled is from one of our listeners who asked this question. How can I, so this is a healthcare executive, determine the reliability of a healthcare news source, and what sources do you recommend for individuals hoping to educate themselves on the current healthcare news?
That's a great question. So there's so many different news sources today. Obviously, we're partial to Becker's Healthcare, but there's plenty of great news sources out there. I think you have to sort of like it's when I talked about this with my children, it's the same thing. You got to filter through everything and try and come to your own conclusions, and you got to sort of constantly almost write down, here's what I think, and this is here's what and to try and simplify and synthesize till you start to have your own filter for what sounds right to you and what not. And the other thing I'd say is you can't ever ignore your own common sense. I mean, I said it a moment ago. The thing I love about healthcare is you can't lie to anybody because we're all consumers of it. So somebody tells me, oh, no, it's going great. They're like, oh, well, not so much. Somebody tells you, they had a bad experience, a good experience. I'm like, no, we actually had a fantastic experience with my mother there, who's 87. It just is what it is. And a lot of it is how you work with your providers, too. So I think you have to constantly filter yourself, synthesize, and can't leave your own common sense at the door because that's your best filter.
Beautiful answer. Scott, once again, thanks for joining us today. I hope to get you in the studio someday here in Hillsdale, Michigan. I'd love to take you up to the Hill here with Dr. Arnn, introduce you at Hillsdale College and have a discussion there. I'd love to be able to facilitate that someday if you're able to get to Hillsdale, Michigan. It's not too far.
We'd love to do it.
Thank you, sir. It's been great to have you.
Thank you so much, JJ. Thank you.
And thank you to our listeners for tuning in to this segment of Rural Health Today. Catch our next segment, Rural Health News, to stay up to date on the current state of rural health every Monday, wherever you get your podcast. Don't forget to check out the latest updates and resources from Rural Health Today at ruralhealthtoday.com. And make sure you've subscribed to the show so that you never miss an episode. Until next time, remember the power of rural.
Thank you for listening to another episode of Rural Health Today, the podcast where we connect you to what really matters in rural health. Rural Health Today is a production of Hillsdale Hospital in Hillsdale, Michigan, and a member of the Health Podcast Network. Our host is JJ Hodshire, our producer is Kirsten Newlon, and our audio engineer is Kenji Ulmer. Special thanks to our guests for sharing their expertise on the show, and also to the Hillsdale Hospital marketing team. If you want to submit a question for us to answer on the podcast or learn more about Rural Health Today, visit ruralhealthtoday.com.